Mr. Myrie has been a part of the BBC for decades. He first joined the broadcaster in 1987 as a trainee local radio reporter. From this point, he rose through the ranks, 10 years later becoming a foreign correspondent, initially as the BBC's Tokyo reporter, later deployed to Los Angeles. He has since reported from more than 80 countries. Earlier this year, it was announced that he would replace John Humphreys as the presenter of BBC Two's flagship quiz show, Mastermind. Tonight, he appears as host of another game show, this time the satirical Have I Got News For You, where guests like columnist Camilla Long and actor Miles Yip will battle it out to win points. Given the nature of Mr. Myrie's work with the BBC, either as a reporter or presenter, he is mostly associated with the often faceless task of reading news. As journalist Sam Wollaston, writing in an interview with Mr. Myrie for The Guardian earlier this year, noted, when he is reporting from Bangladesh on the Rohingya people fleeing Myanmar, or from a COVID ward at the Royal London Hospital, you don't, and shouldn't, get much of a chance to see who Myrie is, apart from a seriously good journalist. Same when he reads the news. There are little hints. But Mr. Myrie threw down the gauntlet and said that there was space to channel some of his personality in his work, and not only come across as a robot. He said, "There's more latitude than you think. I don't think anyone would confuse my presenting style with Kenneth Kendall's or Richard Baker's. You can, in the way that you phrase things and in your whole demeanor, bring across something that suggests you're not just this two-dimensional news robot reading an autocue." In other roles within the BBC, Mr. Myrie gets to reveal a little more of himself. When he does the papers, for example, or when he hosts Have I Got News For You This Evening. He has also presented Celebrity Antiques Road Trip, where he has shared something of an interest with antiques. After taking the helm at Mastermind, Mr. Myrie initially voiced concern about his capabilities. Despite having presented and reported from some of the harshest environments for 3 decades, taking Mr. Humphreys' throne was a different thing altogether. Speaking to the BBC in August, he said, "It's an icon of British TV, and it's being entrusted into my hands." Analysis: It's a big job, and obviously am following the footsteps of John Humphreys, who has been brilliant for so many years, so yes, Terry's a level of trepidation. But Terry's also excitement. It's a new venture and the show is something I grew up watching, so for me to be part of that now is fantastic. After almost 50 years on our screens, Mastermind is still widely considered one of the toughest TV challenges, where contenders battle to assert their intellectual authority. The Lancashire-born Mr. Myrie is married to Catherine Myrie, who he credits as being the person who gave him the courage and space to pursue his dreams. Recalling how they first met to The Guardian, he said, "I met Catherine, who then worked in publishing, at the 1992 London launch of a book about Swiss cheeses. Even though I don't much like cheese, it was love at first sight for me." Born to Jamaican parents, Mr. Myrie's mother worked as a seamstress. She later worked for the Great British Bake Off icon Mary Berry, while his father worked in a factory making carpets and returned to Jamaica after retiring. Have I Got News For You airs on BBC One at 9:30 p.m.